that today I have been invited for the high tea or dinner because I have completed 1 year. In that format, some people invited me, but looks like we are after coming again the same episode of grilling episode is going to come. But in any case, I must thank you all. Without your support, I could have not got elected, obviously. And after the election, 1 year completion, 365 days is nothing. Practically to complete many more things. And when the things are pending from 15-20 years, according to me, to sort out these all things, one has to really require a little more time. And therefore, with all humility, I wanted to only start the things with the three formats which Derek has just proposed. What has been done and what has tried but couldn't do, and what are the plans. Right, Anand? Well, when the election time was there, we have visited so many areas. And after visiting, there are so many very local complaints, very policy level issues, there are very long-term issues. So after the election, practically, I tried to sort out and see that we should bifurcate entire constituency's issues into two-fold. One is, which is very short-term and immediately needs to be done at local level, and one is, which is policy level and long-term issues. And of course, in that, there are some things which we could achieve, there are somewhere we have already gone step ahead, and there is something which is still into a plan. I have tried to focus myself on the first year mainly on the policy and long-term issues, because that takes little more time and then effectively to be seen, practically implemented. At least I should have achieved it before the next election. And therefore, there are major issues which needs to be addressed on long-term level, which started from, I am just starting from Bandra to Santa Cruz. So I can visualize and I can make you also visualize as we pass the area. The Bandra reclamation, the entire Bandra reclamation was under the planning authority of MMRDA. Chairman is sitting here. There are at least more than 50,000 houses. That entire area from the telephone exchange till the backside of Mount Carmel and up to the ceiling, that entire area has been shown as the A block of the BKC. And therefore, the landowning authority was MHADA and planning authority was MMRDA. In short, BNC was not a planning authority from inception. How does it is very important for me to mention here, because when you say the planning authority is MMRDA, then the DCR, Development Control Rule, which is applicable for that entire area, was of MMRDA or BKC. Or therefore, the all land which is the part of that entire area is landowning authorities MHADA. And therefore, those who wants to repair, reconstruct or redevelop their area, the MMRDA Development Control Rule was not having any provision by which one can redevelop the land or a building constructed on MHADA's land. So the people of that area, their future was blocked, their asset value was blocked, and that was pending from donkeys here, rather from 70s, 80s. Successfully, after 7 months follow-up, thanks to Honorable Chief Minister, after my persuasion, today that entire open land and entire residential area has been brought out of MMRDA Planning Authority, and BMC Planning, BMC DCR are applicable to them, which are applicable to all of us. So, in a way, their potential value of their asset has gone up. The development control rule applicable to you and me are applicable to this portion of land also. This was required for quite a long time, has been also applied and has been done. There, you must have seen that there is a MSRDC office. just opposite to that MSRDC office, there is 18 acres land available, which was earlier used as a casting yard for the ceiling. As casting yard has gone, if you recollect, maybe 1.5 year or 2 years prior, all slums from Nargisat Nagar has reached up to the ceiling ka, the lower side, and that entire area has been filled with the slums. That time I was an MLC, I pursued it, but then I realized that if this open land will not be utilized for public purpose, the day will come that even second portion of Nargisat Nagar will come here. And then obviously would have politics and all. To overcome that, one need to utilize that entire land for public purpose. Now you can visualize that 17 acre of land, if it all has to be utilized for public purpose, it will require a reservation, it will require a huge fund, and it will require a good theme by which it needs to be protected for. In 1 year, I could achieve that. In principle, PWD and MSRDC, which is the land owning authority, has agreed to reserve it as an open space. Now, those who are fighting for the reservation cause, like you are here, so you can visualize that to get the open land reserved and kept it open, really you have to slog. So that open reservation has got it. In principle, PWD, MSRDC agreed to give it to the residents. Residents means not Bandra, I'm saying public at large, for consumption utilization of Mumbai. Nobody likes to give up the land, so we practically snatched it out. Then third point was that we need to develop some theme on that for development of it. So we have developed a theme called Mumbai theme. Those who must have gone to Paris or some portion of Spain where the entire city has been shown in a garden. And then when you walk in the garden, you try and see that, or hey, Siddhivinayak, hey, Mount Mary Church, all the replicas, and then you enjoy that garden. So practically you click everything as a Mumbai in that itself. So 17 acres has been designed like that, not entirely, portion of that, and the rest is an amphitheatre, garden, all other recreation areas. And 200 crore rupees project has been principally approved and it has had the design finalization here. So I think this is one of the biggest achievement as far as this part of agriculture. But I wanted to show the difference to the, not only to Bandra or Bandra constituency people, but for everybody, that every political party, they try to be aggressive, including my party, that we rule the city. And there are two things by which any political party works, is that one, by putting biggest illegal hoardings on the road, and second, by putting their party flag on every corner. I thought that I should start some new trend, and therefore after 3 and 4 months of larger persuasion, going up to Delhi and getting all the relevant permissions, we have seen that Indian flag is there now at Ceiling Junction. So that was the message I wanted to give. This is the only point in the Mumbai where the Indian flag is there throughout day and night. We wanted to raise that height also. Now the donor has agreed to see that it should be the, what you can say, the highest, tallest in the country. So let's see, let's hope for the better. But today we have achieved that, and the beautification of the promenade will be open on 26th January by completing all the formalities. Only thing which has been left out, because the promenade requires a lot of water. I am talking about reclamation promenade. And that reclamation promenade requires a lot of water, which drinking water to be utilized for that, there is no purpose doing that. So after I became an MLA, I tried and pursued to the BMC to get the sewer from the Mahim sewer pumping station. Asha, you can go, no issue. So, I am genuinely saying. So that sewer water will be used and treated and utilize the water for that garden. Otherwise, we cannot save the water. We will utilize this drinking water itself, and it will be difficult for us. So these three things from reclamation point. Fourth, obviously, transit camp redevelopment, where the 33 fine. I don't want to bore you with too much of technicality, but it was also a long issue that those who are staying in the island city, they have come to transit camp because their original building was not constructed. They are here from 2-3 generations and they are still into transit camp because their original houses are not getting constructed, and these 400 houses of transit camp is not getting the permanent house here. So there needs to be applicability of 33(5) DCR to this portion of transit camp house also, which has also been sanctioned by the Urban Development Secretary. So we have practically 2-3 months rigorous follow-up has helped us to get that. The police station below Mahim Causeway signal, traffic police signal. So one side we have seen there is a traffic chowki, but the other side, the slums are getting below that bridge. We were waiting that the MMRDA should give us the permission. But as I told you, the MMRDA was taking a long time because they were a planning authority. Now we have removed them as a planning authority and BMC as a planning authority. Just now 2 months prior this has come up. So now it has become very easy. So practically the extension of the Bandra traffic police chowki on the other side also will happen. And we have entered into and talked with India Bulls for the rest of the land to be beautified by India Bulls and give back to the Bandra. So that has also been approved by meeting with the India Bulls. Now if you go a little further than Bandra station and that entire courtyard or nearby area needs to be beautified, maintained and protected because that's a heritage structure. You must have read in the newspaper that I had a personal meeting with Suresh Prabhuji. Then the special officer has been appointed, UNESCO has been brought. Some of you must have attended the exhibition also in that hall which we did for the old photographs of Bandra station. And now the plan has been totally ready to see that the entire Bandra station and courtyard and nearby area will be beautified and maintained as heritage as a beautiful Bandra station. You must have seen the hawkers of Bandra station is also been removed aggressively with all the actions. Why I am trying to say, sometimes we try to forget what was there earlier 2 years, 4 years prior. And then routine things we don't realize. Okay, 4 years, 3 years prior, it was full of the hawkers. Now the hawkers has literally gone. So now that entire portion will get developed eventually. As you see, from Mahim, we take left to come to Bandra. If you take right to go to highway, and if you take right on the left hand side, there is some open land and the slums is coming close to a highway. So we put up our mind on that Shastri Nagar, Maharashtra Nagar has gone from ground +1+2. So their SRA scheme, the earlier MLA and their private companies has took the LOI, letter of intent for the development of the same, and the surprising part was that LOI was for very limited period because they need to pay the premium. The agreement took place in 2005. In 2007, the annexure 2 has happened. In 2011, the amalgamation has done of the Shastri Nagar, Maharashtra Nagar, and big project has been shown. The poor people who are staying there, they are also in problem from 2005. And the Bandra also seeing that ground +1 is going up. So I pursue the matter. Then I realized that after I got elected, immediately after the 2 days after that, the LOI extension order has been got by our ex-MLA who is a developer here. So now I am pursuing to see that this LOI should be cancelled or within stipulated period it should be developed. Otherwise LOI should be cancelled and it should be auctioned to any developer because that entire land belongs to BMC. So BMC should either auction it or they should make mandatory to ex-MLA's company to redevelop it, or it should be open up for limited time period that anybody who will do it, redevelopment quickly, should be allowed to do it because MMRDA's one route of metro rail is coming from here. And the rest of the land every day is getting encroached. So today only I got an SMS that for the rest of the land, the fund of 12 crore rupees has been sanctioned to protect and give the compound wall. So the rest of the land which is open can be protected and the more slums cannot be come on that. That reservation of that plot is housing. So I have proposed to the MHADA that since housing is the biggest issue and MHADA is supposed to provide the houses, so they should go for lower income housing or higher income housing which goes for auction by Bhada process, they should develop it and they should sell it for the common man to buy it because this is a prime land. So that two things has been approved. Then we come a little further, Hill Road. Now Hill Road, today only Derek said, but otherwise I complained about that also. The hawker removal was the biggest issue of the Hill Road. We pursued it, we got it, and we have seen the change that hawkers on the Hill Road has evaporated. So that was a persuasion which was needed and we could achieve that. That is the Hill Road episode. Then we go to Bandstand. Bandstand Promenade has been in a remaking process. You must have seen that the work is going on. The design given by the PK Das and the residents of the Bandstand required it to have more step towards the seaside so people can enjoy the sea water and a sitting arrangement also can be done there. So that process has been started. We have sanctioned special fund from Maritime Board around 7 crore rupees and that work has already started. Within 2 months that can be get completed. The toilet was always a complaint of the resident also and some people. Of course, my personal opinion differs. Asha is here also, nobody is from Bandstand, so Carter Road is here. People are asking a toilet at Carter Road also because my Twitter many times, every time I get a tweet and a sarcastic message from people that the people are urinating on the footpath or in the sea or any corner, but there is no toilet at the Carter Road and Bandstand. My personal opinion is little different that when you construct a toilet, then more number of auto rickshaws and cars come there. They do park on the road because easy place of getting the water and the facility to use that toilet. But since the residents are asking for it, we are proposing, not proposed it, with the consultation of the people who are maintaining both the promenade of bio toilets to be allowed to be stationed at both the things and should be maintained by that company itself. So after the citizens' consent or the people who are maintaining that both promenade, the very newly done bio toilets should become on the both promenades. One very long project, of course, as you said that, which requires a rigorous follow. We have seen that from ceiling when we came, when we have to enter into Bandra at busy hour, we take left and where the PST depot is there. From there till Mount Carmel Church, that zigzag road, takes me more than half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour. And the same otherwise, while in the morning coming from Bandra out to Ceiling. There is no way out. Even I must mention that when Sachin Tendulkar called me once, he took me in his car, we found out officers were also there, what could be the way out. The only option for one meeting which we have separately, which will be Coastal Road, but we will debate Coastal Road in that meeting. And one is that the ceilings arm means I am saying the one more arm to come at BJ Road on that side. So people can get a boat diversion. Those who want to come to SV Road or Mehboob Studio can come here, and from there that arm people can go to BJ Road to Carter Road or somewhere. But it will require a very long follow because the construction of the arm has to be practically viable, where could be toll naka, then it has to be constructed as a part of the ceiling in the sea. So that is proposed, nothing has been moved, it has been proposed by us. But if that is a viable, we pursue that also, so which can be a help, but it will require little more time. So this is one of the episodes where the traffic congestion can be sorted out at the entry of the bank. Going little further, as I told you, Bandstand, then little further we go to Linking Road. As I told you, hawkers issue has practically been addressed. 27 stall owners has been given a notice for cancellation of their license. People have gone to the court. Stall owners, I am saying, hawkers has been removed. So we are pursuing that matter. At least at the junction, we will see from the coming from SV Road, and one road comes from the what is that? Waterfield. Where both gets joined to each other on that left hand side. is some stalls which has come little ahead, so bottleneck happens at that junction itself.
Near the garden.
So these stall owners needs to be shipped or removed, so at least that bottleneck cannot be there. So this requires a long-term solution. We have given the notices to them. Hawkers has removed and eased out the problem, but some stall owners, if we go, then it will have a major impact, so we will pursue for the same. Bal Gandharva Rangamandir, it was been closed under renovation for 16 years. Now, from last 1 year, activist has also pursued, I have also pursued, 6 meetings we took. It has been 80% completed, 20% has not still been completed. So the time limit has been fixed up. Within that time, that contractor to whom it has been given will be completed, because from March it will be open up for the people at large, and one out of 365 days, 70 days, 75 days will be free for the BMC functions or activist or local people's function. It's a beautiful done theatre. Some rooms have been constructed on upstairs where some classes will be started of singing, music, dance and many more activities will be going to start there. But the problem, after visiting there, we have found out that for entire that theatre, the parking area is available for only 36 vehicles. So the theatre is of 600 and above capacity, but parking area allowed is only 37. So you can visualize once that theatre will be fully operational, that entire area will have a tremendous problem at the junction where the stall owners are also there and the theatre is also there and Patwardhan Park is there. So now we have moved the proposal for the underground parking below the Patwardhan Park. So it will take its own time, but it has been proposed and it will have a long-term benefit for the parking area of the linking road as far as this park is concerned. Car station beautification was under the problem because of the contractor's item for the beautification and BMC specification and consultants' demand. And therefore it was not getting implemented. Which authority it should be implemented? Who should sanction the bill? There are so many technical issues and more than 2 years has gone into that. Ultimately, after Ajay Mehta's intervention, the local ward officer has been given this responsibility. All the necessary design has been finalized. Only we are waiting for BST's NOC and then we can start the work in the new year as far as the car station beautification is concerned. The mall, which you have seen, the KFC got a fire. There was a huge hue and cry that illegal construction has been done all over in the malls. Nobody was ready to touch the mall's illegal construction. After my persuasion, 162 notices has been issued to 5 malls. The action on 4 malls has been done. But as you know, our ex-MLA is wise enough for his own mall to get protected. He has gone to the building proposal, submitted the plan which cannot be approvable, paid the scrutiny fee, gone to the court, and his mall's illegal construction has been protected by the court, and the rest of the 4 malls demolition has been started. Mr. Mogre is here, so he is aware of it. So now I have to put an extra effort to see that law should be implemented for this wise technology and techniques of the ex-MLA. So we are pursuing to see that the proposal should be cancelled, which is going to get cancelled otherwise also, and the BMC should go to the court and make an application to revoke that stay application, and then that part of demolition can also happen. Why I am saying that? We are not here to take the vengeance, but if something happens like KFC, then everybody tries and blame to the person who is looking at that time. Nobody says that what has happened earlier. So that is needed at other 4 malls, because why I am saying this, the other 4 mall people had come to me. They used to tell me, हम Sindhi हैं, Punjabi हैं, Gujarati हैं, हम तो आपके वोटर हैं, हमारा तो काम बचाओ. And I took the stand that we cannot go by that. Whatever legally right has to be done. Now people are saying, तो हमको तो बोला लेकिन इसका नहीं तोड़ा. तो अभी उसके पीछे पढ़ना पड़ता है. तो that is the issue where we are addressing that part also. Now Pali Pathar is the biggest issue which gives an impact. The Pali Pathar slum I am talking about. because this sewer water goes up to 17th road, CD road, everywhere. The people staying behind that colonies also is having an issue pertaining to that. So we have one root cause of that. Other than a builder's approach, let's have an approach of how to solve that thing. Then the issue has been found out that the slum which is situated on Palipata, that is extension of, not extension, from where the Ambedkar road starts. That entire slum is situated on the land owned by the LIC. Now the land owned by the LIC and the structures are protected. Now LIC have no policy to allow their own land to be given for any development or redevelopment. So the redevelopment was also not happening, and we found out from last 10-12 years, some builder used to come, do the agreement, after doing the agreement they used to sell it to some another developer. इसका प्रॉफिट निकल गया, ये निकल गया, दूसरे ने पैसा लगाया, वो देखता है कि अभी परमिशन नहीं मिल रही है, तो तीसरे को बताएगा कि यहाँ पर इतना बड़ा डेवलपमेंट हो सकता है, उसको बेचेगा, वो चला जाएगा. So this was happening from last 12 years. So one need to address the root cause. If the LIC cannot do it, then there should be some policy where central government's land should be also allowed to be utilized for redevelopment. Their PSC's land should be also allowed, because housing and shelter for all is a constitutional duty. So that process of finalizing the policy for LIC has been moved. I am thankful to the central government. They have agreed. The cabinet note has been also put up. Within some time that will be approved. Then that entire area's problem of sewer to development to mess to traffic, everything can be addressed, because the road can be widened out. In between I have forgot the Mount Mary. So I am coming back to Mount Mary again. The slums of Mount Mary Steps and nearby area and Kadeshwari. Now the huge land where these slums of Kadeshwari and Mount Mary Pimpaleshwari, this area is situated on the BMC land. The land owning authority is BMC, and the structure, because of 2000's rule, it has been protected. Now CRZ 1 is major issue, in which the redevelopment in CRZ 1 is impossible. The earlier government, central government, has allowed by making a policy. If the land on these slums which has been situated is in CRZ, then that slum should be developed in such a fashion that 51% of the benefit and profit should be given to the state government. 49 should be only allowed for the developer. Now this 51-49 formula was not viable, and therefore how one can redevelop it? If the builder has no interest and profit, he will not develop. The people situated on there will not go because they are protected. And then as their family goes up, number of the family goes up, they construct ground plus one. So this entire process needs to be addressed as far as CRZ is concerned. So we are pursued. I have moved a private member bill into the assembly, 2 assembly sessions prior, and we have moved a bill and said that either state government themselves should redevelop, or there should not be this formula 50 and 49, or third should be, it should be allowed to be amalgamated with this slum which is in non-CRZ area. So these people can be rehabilitated in non-CRZ area A. B, 100% redevelopment as per normal policy should be allowed in CRZ area. C, either state government themselves should redevelop and give the people houses there, and the reservation of that land should be given to the citizen. So that proposal as a bill has been moved. I am hoping that December session or somewhere it will get passed, but it will be applicable for the entire city. But you can claim that your MLA is the first person who has moved this to have the path-breaking effect for the entire city. Again coming to Khardan, Ambedkar Road. Ambedkar Road where Janata Chowk and St. Alive Church is there. Long pending issue. The reservation is about the road, police station and housing for this house. Nobody was addressing it because when church was complaining, is still complaining. And the people staying on that footpath, on the Sunaudekar Mark, they are also complaining because they were earlier on that open ground where there was no ground earlier, there was a lake, small lake. And these people used to stay there, and when it has been decided in 70s, 80s somewhere, maybe in 80s when Chandrakant Handore was a mayor, that we need to refill that lake and make it as a ground, and these people should be allowed as a protected to be on that footpath. So they are being given houses on footpath, but it is a mess for the traffic and even to the church. And the Janta Chal redevelopment is not happening. So one needs to find out the integrated solution, which we have found out by giving it more TDR to Janta Chal redevelopment society. These houses can be shifted into the Janta Chal redevelopment, and the Sonavdekar Marg and Ambedkar Road can be opened up little more free till the Kharranga Road. There is one more road which goes up to from Ambedkar Road, which is 16th, 13th road, which connects to Ambedkar Road from Linking Road here.